Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. So tonight I'm going to share with you my entry for the swap over on Tamika's page, Scrapdaworld. This is her mini brag book swap. So there were 4 books you can choose from. There was no themes, no other rules other than you had to just pick one of the 4. Um, as you can see, I have some of the measurements here. So all 4 books are super fun, and you guys know sometimes I can be a little extra when it comes to swaps, and if Tamika says make 1 of 4, I'll make 4 of 4. Or like the last time she said make 2 tags, but I was moving, so I knew I wouldn't be able to scrap for almost 6 months, so I made like 8 tags. So this time I said, okay, you know what? I really don't have time to do the swap. It was a 3-week swap, and I had 4 swaps to do. So I said, okay, these mini brag books, um, they're simple, they're quick. She did all 4 of them in less than an hour. So I said, okay, I'll do this. I'll make one. That's the end of it. I won't be extra. Um, so I made one of each just to see how I liked them and how quick they were. And um, I wasn't too fond of. I think it was book 2 or book 3. I don't know. I just had one that had like a triangle flap. Um, I felt like that was just a lot of extra steps for that one. So I picked the easy one, which I picked book 1. And then when I made book 4, I really liked book 4, but I promised myself that I would only do 1. So in true Tiffany Crafted Like a Boss extra fashion, I actually did 2 of the books. I did book 1 and book 4, but I altered book 4 to make it my packaging. So I feel like that's a little bit different, not doing 2 books. Okay, who am I kidding? I did 2 of the books. So this is how the outside is going to come packaged. So my original intent was the book 4 was going to be my packaging, but when I put this in a clear bag, inside of these bags are these. But when I put this inside of the clear bag, it just looked like I didn't package my swap, even though my actual swap is inside book number 4. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I just did a little extra, of course, my favorite word. I just did some extra packaging. This was, not a big deal. It's a glassine bag that I got from Amazon. It has little silver polka dots. I took some scrap paper from the paper collection. All I did was score tape it to the top, and this is the cut apart. I just mounted it on the black paper and added a piece of the ribbon and the what do you call these things? Brads. I didn't even cover it on the back, see? So that's all I did, just to give it a little extra pizzazz, I guess. Well, I didn't want to make it a thing that I didn't package my swap, so I did double packaging. Alright, so the paper lined I used is called, I think it's called Fabulous, but let me double check. It's Authentic Fabulous. Here's the sticker sheet. So it's a lot of like 1950s sassy girls. So like Grace Kelly, this one has the quote from Grace Kelly, I never say never and I never say always. Here's the Dapper Gentleman. I have this paper collection too, the Oh So Dapper. This one down here. So this paper is super fun, and it has like, you guys have to see it. It's authentic. I got mine from Country Craft Creations when I went to the retreat in Utah back in March, and we made the camera, which was super cute. So this is the cut apart, and this is like the back of it. So these pages are super cute, like a vintage 50s, 60s. So actually one of these ladies looks exactly like how my grandma did back then. Okay, anyway, so let's get into, so I just wrapped some Stampin' Up! Ribbon around it. I've had this ribbon probably since 2008. Actually, I know it's from 2008. I just now opened it. I'm on this campaign of stop hoarding, and so I'm just using stuff, because you know how like we hold stuff and we're like, oh, I'm gonna save that, I'm gonna save it. Just use it. You know what I mean? Just use it. How about that? Okay, so I'm using my brand new computer. So I'm so excited. Like the camera, I can actually flip from from this angle to my face. We're not going to do that right now because yeah, I'm a hot mess. It's, you know, 11:36 at night. So, and I wash my hair and I let it air dry. So anyway, so when they open up their swaps, this is how it comes. This is an altered book 4, and I'll show you where I altered it. So they're going to untie the ribbon, which is reusable. Up here is that I will never, or I never say never, and I never say always by Grace Kelly. And where I got that from was actually just the, you know, the little pieces on the paper collection that we cut off, the 1/2 inch, the little 1/2 inch top right here. It says it on all the pages. So I just cut off the 1/2 inch and I saved the quote. All right, super cute. So that's where I got that, and I just added the bling, which it's just a sheet of bling like this. So just added that. The paper collection is going to vary, obviously, the way of the cuts, because this is 6 1/4. So some have the dogs, some have other prints, some have the polka dots on the inside, but it's all the same paper collection. It's just going to vary. I put my goodies in the back and then my actual swap in the front here. So how I altered this is I added gussets to the book. So where Tmika, she scored at a 1/2 inch. I did, I'm sorry, she did at a 1/4 inch. I did at a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch so I can have that extra gusset so I can have it, you know, full of stuff. I did it on both flaps. So basically this is one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. And if we were to take this apart, it's just little flaps on the inside. Like you can't really see because I added a piece of paper to mine to make the flaps one piece, but it's just one piece of paper glued on the, like the flaps end where my thumbs are. Where's the other one? So they end right here. So from my fingers to from the edge to my thumbs, that's only how wide the flaps were, but I just put an extra piece of cardstock right here and made it just one divider so I could have like a recipe type book. And the top, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. I think it was just 1/8 inch, but I did mine 1/8 inch, 1/8 inch, 1/8 inch, 8. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 4 score lines to make it have this ability to roll over when this is jam-packed. So it still looks super cute when there's nothing in it, and it looks cute when it's jam-packed, like this one. See? So, yeah. Okay, so here's my swap, and I'll show you that in a little bit. All of the, I don't know why my camera keeps auto-correcting, sorry guys. All of the panels are exactly the same in all 5 books. The only thing that's different is going to be this front card, like the front cut apart, and then this back panel here, because I only had 3 of this paper, so I did have 3 of this and 2 of another design, but the insides are all the same. So the goodies are the super fancy pen that I bought everyone. And these are like, it's rose gold with crystals on the inside. And I didn't pack this with too much goodies because I felt like this is kind of like a purse. So what would you find in a purse? So I have my fancy pen in my purse. I have my to-do list. These little mini notebooks are so cute. I have a million of them. I have some bling that matches this paper collection perfectly. Some flat back pearls. And yes, I do have flat back pearls in my purse. And I have rhinestones. And I have one of these scraper thingies. My coworker made fun of me the other day because she needed she was doing something like a card or something, and she was like, man, I wish I had a pearl or something, and I actually had it in my purse. I don't know why, but I do. And then I stuck some gum in there. So the goodies are pretty simple with this one, but they're good quality goodies. Especially this pen. So this is my actual swap. This is book 1. So as you can see, I did a lot of glossy accents. I did some Wink of Stella. You can see her hair is all winked. I just put some random rhinestones, the Stampin' Up! Ribbon stuff, and actually I think this panel may be different on some of them too. So maybe all the backs are the same. One of these panels is different, so, but these are all the same. So here are the flaps, and I just matted mine white, and I inked the edges so if somebody wants to journal or they can add an extra picture, and then they pull down. So you can add like 5 pictures and leave this open, or put a little like a 2x2, you know, those little 2x2 pictures we get from school pictures and you never know what to do with them. You can do that. You can do something fun like, I don't know why I have a cutout of my head on my desk, but I do. So, I mean, you can do some fun like that. Yeah, I don't know. I must have been doing something. But I mean, that's super cute there. You know, you can add a little picture there, something like that. You can totally do that. Yeah, I need to figure out why I have, you know, my head. All right. So that's how it flips, and then this is how it looks on the back. If you so you have more room for pictures or journaling or whatever you want to do. So this is still just one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. The panels are, they're a good size. They are just under 5, so 4 7/8 by, actually no, I think it is 5. The actual black piece is 5 by 3 3/4. I'm sorry. So they're pretty big, these panels. But that's my swap, guys. I hope you enjoy. Good night.